from the Grenadian capital, this is the GBN Television News. GBN, covering you from the Grenadine Island chain to Brooklyn, New York, via the World Wide Web on www.gbn.gd.
The news headlines is brought to you compliments GUT Credit Union.
I want to be free as can be.
They say that freedom is the ability to fully experience life. The GUT Credit Union is giving you the freedom to choose. Get a loan for any purpose, whether it's consolidating your debt, buying a vehicle, owning your home, back to school, or a dream vacation. We offer competitive rates with terms and payments that fit your lifestyle. Call 440-1354. Email loans@gutcu.com or visit go.gutcu.com/freedom to start enjoying your life, your money, your way. Promotion ends September 30th, 2022. Special conditions apply. More freedom, more choices. GUT Credit Union. It's where you belong.
Good evening. This is Network News for Friday, September 30, 2022. In the headlines, a family left reeling and aggrieved following a sudden death at St. George's Bus Terminus on Friday. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell points to the larger national issue of a lack of proper infrastructure planning. Explanation given on why pension must be paid before the next budget cycle. In Around the Globe, regionally, St. Lucia's Cannabis Task Force to launch PR drive. Internationally, Ukraine makes NATO membership bid following Putin's annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions. Plus, in the sports news, CPL final bowls off this evening between Barbados Royals and Jamaica Tallawahs. It's going down this evening. Stay with us. We'll be back in a moment.
The first segment of the news comes to you compliments Soft Weave Bathroom Tissue.
Have you heard about the new Soft Weave bathroom tissue with total hygiene? As hygiene and safety have taken center stage, our bathroom tissue is now manufactured with 3 different technologies to offer the best protection for you and your family. UVC light technology for a safe and effective disinfection process, eliminating 99.9% of microorganisms. Also, production at high temperatures, killing all types of germs and bacteria. And it's pH controlled with delicate fibers to prevent irritation for even sensitive skin. Soft Weave Total Hygiene Bathroom Tissue, available in supermarkets and shops island-wide. Visit Soft Weave Caribbean Facebook or Instagram pages for more information.
From Television Center at the Grenada Broadcasting Network, I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. One family is left grieving this evening following the passing of a loved one. It occurred as an early morning sudden death at the St. George's Bus Terminus. My colleague Christina John reports.
During the early morning rush hour on the St. George's Bus Terminal, one passenger dropped to her death. Although information is still sketchy, she was identified as Madonna from Livera, St. Patrick. Sources say she complained of not feeling well on her way down to St. George's. GBN was told the incident happened as the elderly woman disembarked the bus. Our news team spoke with 2 vendors who gave a recollection of what they saw this morning.
I sit down here and I see a lady fall down from the bus. And she did on the ground and a lot of people go wrong. I didn't go wrong, right here I sit down. And when they think they say she did. That's all I see.
Yeah, and I look over on the other side and I see somebody in the ground. I say, well, look at somebody in the ground. I didn't even know it was a man or a lady. Then I tell the guy, but when I sit down, the jersey was up and I see the belly was going. Then when I tell him, I say, hey, you find she not breathing? He said, no, you look at she breathing anymore. Then I leave and I step over there. And when I go, I see she on the ground. The police was there. Other people was there. You have a bystander that come and she started to give her CPR. And then they call and send the police go and call the people in the head center, the doctors, the nurses come up, and then she died.
One vendor's suggestion is that police officers should be trained and allowed to perform CPR in incidents like these.
One, because he had police, at least you're supposed to train the police to do those stuff, and the police was there, and there was like, I said, well, do something, and the police was like, we can't do nothing because we don't know where she fall and knock, but at least you could do CPR, and they're supposed to train them how to do CPR. If you're doing CPR and a person on the ground, then you say you're moving them, but you're just giving them CPR. But it was not. It's a lady who come on, drop from the bus, and she see it, and she come and she was giving the CPR, and then another one come and she was trying to get pulse and such, and they didn't get any.
The body was removed by the undertaker while investigation continue. An autopsy result is also pending. Christelina John, GBN News.
Our deepest sympathies to the family, relatives, and friends. Now, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell has added his voice to concerns raised by opposition MP Dr. Clarice Modeste-Cohen surrounding infrastructure projects. However, he pointed to a greater issue nationally facing infrastructure in terms of roads, bridges, and alleyways in Grenada. Gerard Joseph has details.
Noting the need to pass the Supplementary Appropriations Act 2022 to facilitate the completion and commencement of major road projects, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell pointed to what he calls a bigger infrastructural issue facing Grenada.
But I want to make a bigger point. Since 1985, frankly, we have not planned the development of the infrastructure of P.T. Martinique, Carriacou, and Grenada. The Western Main Road, the Eastern Main Road still have bridges that cannot accommodate two-way traffic.
Prime Minister Mitchell, while citing the importance of the Monkuma Bypass Road's completion to facilitate the construction of the Molineux Road, highlighted that the major travesties facing infrastructure in Grenada dates to as far back as the revolution.
We have 20 and 40-ton cement trucks running up and down like little race cars on the roads. We have 20 and 40-foot trailers running up and down like race cars on the road. Our infrastructure cannot sustain this. And we are slowly and surely crumbling or falling into the sea or into the rivers.
Hinting at existing examples at Rivera and Bizan to the lack of proper planning for infrastructure development, the Prime Minister impresses that a thorough review of Grenada's infrastructure must now be conducted.
If there is one thing that needs transformation in Grenada, is our infrastructure.
He described the supplementary appropriation passed in the lower house of Parliament as piecemeal, as it is mainly aimed at getting the Molineux situation under control.
And I agree with the Honourable Member for St. Mark. It is a national issue, and it is frankly a national embarrassment not to have the main artery that runs up the West Coast traversable. And it has been this way for a long time. And so I too have empathy for the residents of Montmartre who've had to endure the kind of traffic they've had to endure on roads which clearly were built for horse-drawn carriage back in the 18th century.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Meanwhile, reminiscing on the past 10 months, especially as it relates to the 2022 budget presentation, Prime Minister Mitchell is reiterating his statements last November that the budget was an election gimmick.
But the truth is, and that is the truth, many of these projects were started. The budget was read in November. I remember it distinctly because I was sitting where some of my colleagues from St. David's are sitting. And I recall a distinct line in the budget referring to WRB and Grenleck's lawyer. I don't know who that is. It was read in November. Elections were in June. 8 months, Mr. Speaker. And the bulk, if not all of these infrastructure projects were commenced in 2022. It was an election budget. It was a public sector investment budget. There are cabinet submissions authorizing concrete works in June.
The Prime Minister says several projects and programs were not appropriated for by the previous administration or approved by Parliament. Thus, the National Democratic Congress is required to do so.
There are cabinet conclusions authorizing lighting of playing fields in June. We are facing all of that. There are people lighting playing fields all over the country, like Christmas time. Somebody has to pay for it. The 15 million GDB student loan and no income housing loan and government of workers loan were announced by the then Honorable Minister of Finance and MP and former leader of government business. There's a trend, Mr. Speaker. You see that the leader of government business is always coming from St. George's Southeast. These programs were announced after the budget had been read, so clearly they were not budgeted for.
While many concerned Grenadians continue to be skeptical or are still urgent caution relative to the decision of the National Democratic Congress to carry out its campaign promise of paying pension to retired public servants so soon, noting the possible economic consequences. However, as the Supplementary Appropriation Act was passed in the House of Representatives on Thursday, Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell said it was the best time to pay. Gerald Joseph has more.
Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell says it was no coincidence that the NDC chose to pay retroactive pension from November 30th, 2022, rather than waiting until 2023 under the next budget cycle. He says the former NMP administration was allowed to suspend some clauses of the Fiscal Responsibility Act by virtue of the declaration of the state of emergency as a result of the COVID-19 pandemic. Prime Minister Mitchell adds that the suspension essentially waylaid the operations of the Fiscal Oversight Review Committee. However, with the end of the state of emergency on April 4th this year, the Prime Minister notes that under the next budget cycle, the NDC administration will be required to comply with the 3 rules set under the Fiscal Responsibility Act.
So our expenditure, particularly, must comply with that legislation. Therefore, the opportunity, for instance, to pay the pension arises now. So it is not just a question of the campaign promise. The reality is it arises now. And therefore, we have the fiscal space to do it now, and we must do so. Because it may not be permissible under the fiscal responsibility rules, which will be in place the next budget cycle.
Meanwhile, one of the Sekolah unions, which represents some of the retired public servants, has welcomed the passing of the Supplementary Appropriations Act 2022 in the lower house of Parliament, which provides financial backing to retroactive pension payments.
Public Workers Union, we are very happy. Overall, we are extremely happy with the move by this new administration. And I guess that is putting it mildly. This matter has been decades old, and we must tip our hat to this new administration for the efforts it has made in terms of fulfilling campaign promises. Workers have been hurt before by fake promises given to them by politicians and by previous administration. But we see, if it's anything, this new administration can be complimented on. It's laser focus in making pension restoration a reality in Grenada, Carriacou, and PD Martin. And we are happy. This is very transformative in the sense that lives are going to be changed. Lives are literally going to be saved because people will be given an opportunity to improve their standard of living.
Public Workers Union President Brian Gaim says such actions will bring some form of ease to the intense industrial climate witnessed over the last 2 years.
So once it is managed properly, we are confident that they can fulfill their mandate based on the fortunes, the windfall they have met in coming into power, in coming into administration. So them doing it now, meaning the new government, it is good because delays all sorts of things can happen during delays, and you wait and you wait. In the meantime, workers die without a pension. In the meantime, people are wondering about the honesty, the integrity, and the authenticity about the administration the more they delay. So they are demonstrating that they are true to their words, and workers are extremely thankful for that, and this will go down in history.
I am Gerard Joseph for GBN News.
Still ahead in Network News, Ministry of Health confirms an active outbreak of acute respiratory infections. Stay with us.
Sunday, October 2nd from 5 p.m. at the National Stadium. Get ready for Mega Force Promotions. Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. Hear this. You can win not one, not two, not even three, but 4 cars. Wow! That's not all. You also get a chance to win $25,000 in cash.
What? Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead serious. 4 cars plus $25K cash in one massive event. Tickets are $60 for one or $100 for two. Sunday, October 2nd, we're heading to the National Stadium for Mega Force Promotions. Cars and Cash Mega Bingo. This will be the event of the century, and it's that.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
It's better together. Tastes amazing. This crazy combo make you want the greatest. Cookie made the chocolate. Can't live without it. 100% goodness. Me want Devon chocolate digestive. Rich chocolate with cookie crunchness.
Cookie beats chocolate in Devon Chocolate Digestive. Better because it's both.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Hello, I am Louise Joseph of Leicester in Carriacou. I am a proud member of Ariza Credit Union, the best credit union in the whole wide world. Being a member of Ariza, I have achieved so much. With Ariza, I got my fridge, my stove, my TV, and my washing machine on easy and accessible terms. Also, I was afforded the opportunity of a loan to travel to seek medical attention, and with that, I am one healthy woman today. Ariza, congratulations, 75 years of transforming lives.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners.
Be an instant winner today with the NLA by simply purchasing your Daily Pick 3 and Playway tickets at your nearest agent or NLA outlet. As a proud sponsor of the CPL cricket coverage, the NLA continues to support the development of sports, culture, and nation building in Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The NLA, making your dreams a reality.
I'm a winner, you are winner, we are winners, winners, winners.
Affordable quality products delivered delivered to you via superb service. We are Superb Distributors, wholesalers and authorized agents for trusted products you know and love, like Rika Juices, Pure Heaven products, Bibin diapers, New Bright laundry detergent, Allegra pasta, and more.
Contact Superb Distributors at 435-2948 for superb quality and service.
GBN leads, the others follow. This segment is brought to you by Republic Bank.
Building or renovating your home or business? Why not use clean, renewable energy? Install solar panels to power your home and office and see your energy costs go down and your savings go up. Using renewable solar-powered energy protects our environment, reduces our carbon footprint, and slows the devastating impact of climate change. Republic Bank can help to finance construction and renovations that make use of renewable energy. Visit any Republic Bank branch and ask about renewable energy financing options today.
Republic Bank, we're the one for you.
We're reporting the day's news from Television Centre. The Ministry of Health is reporting an active outbreak of acute respiratory infections. More in this report.
The Epidemiology Department of the Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs is closely monitoring an active outbreak of acute respiratory infections, ARI, in the country. Based on its most recent laboratory testing conducted on September 27, 2022, the cause of this outbreak is linked to the influenza A virus, subtype H3N2 or AH3N2, rhinovirus and adenovirus. Confirmatory testing was done by the Caribbean Public Health Agency, CARPHA, which is based in Trinidad and Tobago. Acting Chief Medical Officer Dr. Sean Charles stated in a release from the ministry that the influenza A H3N2 virus is very contagious and can cause severe illness, especially in patients who are very young or old or have chronic underlying medical conditions. The main symptoms of acute respiratory infections are congestion, runny nose, fever, cough, sore throat, body aches, and fatigue. As a result, Dr. Charles advises that the public, including persons caring for sick persons and sick persons themselves, should practice personal hygiene that is known to be effective in preventing acute respiratory infection. They include, but are not limited to, washing hands frequently, especially after being in a public place or caring for sick people. Always sneeze or cough into a tissue or the bend of your elbow, or dispose of the used tissue in a bin and wash or sanitize hands afterwards. Avoid touching your face, especially eyes and mouth, to prevent introducing germs into your body. Regular cleaning of frequently touched surfaces with soap and water or a disinfectant. The Ministry of Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs encourages the public to take note and take all the necessary hygienic measures to protect themselves and their loved ones. Christina John, GBN News.
Many will argue that the best standard healthcare services are not free. While many healthcare services are provided at no charge, there are services that must be paid for. And in order for a model healthcare plan to be successful in Grenada, there must be some out-of-pocket expenses. Minister for Health, Wellness and Religious Affairs, Senator Jonathan Lecret, says some Caribbean nations, including Grenada, have difficulty subsidizing some healthcare services.
If we have, let's say, for example, a national wellness policy that speaks to wellness in its entirety, emotional wellness, psychological wellness, mental health wellness, etc., you tend to have a population that's more educated about their health. One of the things I mentioned prior in one of my first interviews was health literacy. And by and large, Kevin, we do not have a population that is literate where health is concerned.
Senator Lecret says as part of the NDC's wellness agenda, the aim is to inform Grenadians in ways to avoid unnecessary visits to the doctor through healthy eating and best practices.
This speaks to our wellness agenda, and right now our permanent secretary with responsibility for wellness and religious affairs is currently putting together a national wellness policy that can speak to holistic wellness, spiritual wellness, financial wellness, etc. So from our perspective at the Ministry of Health, we want to look at wellness in its entirety, and I believe that it is high time that the Ministry of Health begin to drive a very strong, potent, exciting, motivating wellness agenda where Caracunians, Pitimatnikans and Grenadians become aware of their health.
All right, other news. Elvis Moraine is the new permanent secretary with responsibility for education. On assuming office in June, the National Democratic Congress administration appointed Finley Jeffrey as permanent secretary for the Ministries of Education and ICT. 3 months on, some changes have been made. Christina John has the details.
On Thursday, the Ministry of Education welcomed back incoming Permanent Secretary Elvis Moraine to the ministry. Mr. Moraine served as Chief Education Officer during his last stint at the ministry from March 2015 to June 2018, and then was transferred to the Ministry of Agriculture, where he served as Permanent Secretary. Simultaneously, the ministry bid farewell to Finley Jeffrey, its most recent Permanent Secretary, who was appointed to the post following the June 23rd general election. Jeffrey acted as Permanent Secretary in that ministry from March 2018 to December 2018, and then again from July 2022 to September 2022. Jeffrey will now sit exclusively in that position at the Ministry of ICT. The management and staff has since wished the incoming PS a productive tenure while extending best wishes to the outgoing PS for the continuation of effective leadership at the Ministry of ICT. While an allotment of school furniture was presented by Education Officer for District 2, Marcia Francis, on behalf of the Ministry of Education, to the acting principal of the Grenada Christian Academy, the GCA, Kurt Christopher, earlier today. The school received 30 tables and 30 chairs. The furniture was made at the National Skills Development Institute in St. Patrick. The GCA has been in dire need of new furniture for some time. Christopher said this is a welcomed contribution towards the enhancement of the school's learning environment and thanked the ministry for ensuring that this need was met. Christina John, GBN News.
Government officials visit to Six Senses Resort and Spa in Lassages in St. David. That is what's creating a buzz on social media.
We present the news. You analyze the various topics and distill the issues as they unfold. Your distillation points matter as we're about to highlight them in our Social Buzz report.
GBN Social Buzz is reaching beyond the local platform to share with you what's trending on social. Government officials paid a visit to the Six Senses Resort and Spa at Lassages St. David this week to get an insight into the project and to hear about its plans and benefits for the country.
Six Sense Resort and Spa in Lassages St. David will open in 2023 as the first Six Sense Resort in the Caribbean and the first island resort in the Americas. The new Six Sense Grenada will be located near Lassages Beach and will include 100 rooms. Each villa will feature private plug pools and panoramic views over the Caribbean Sea.
Social media users took to the comments section to share their thoughts about this latest developments. The following views are that of members of the public and not of the Grenada Broadcasting Network. Kate said, "So have we forgotten about the destruction of the mangrove to make way for this hotel? I wonder who will afford to travel to Grenada with the huge hike in prices around the world. The amount of money invested in this development development could have made a real difference to the people of Grenada, hospitals, schools, infrastructure across the island. Debbie said, "Wait now, am I hearing right? So all the faults of this project suddenly disappeared? Hey, we need some explanation and closure, please. We voted for transparency, not same old, same old." Magna said, "So I guess this will be the last hotel for now. We need Coney Island or a zoo in Grenada, somewhere locals can go with their children. We often complain of children being hooked onto technology and social media, but we don't have an avenue where they can connect and bond with anything else. It's sad." Ken said, "Rubbish. Grenada doesn't need all these hotels. Why can't they invest their money into something else? That's just not making any sense." And this person said, "Can we get a report and pictures of the damage done to our natural environment?" That's what's buzzing tonight. We encourage you, our viewers and listeners, to submit your think pieces on trending topics locally, regionally, and internationally via our Facebook page and YouTube channel. Continue to share your thoughts and concerns with us on our social media platforms.
Still ahead in Network News, the Keith Mitchell Foundation awards scholarships to 200 Grenadian youth.
WeatherGuard Pro. For every project, there's only one Pro.
What does it take to be an amazing woman? Lots of me time. Amazing women are classy, fancy, and a little sassy. It's the drink for me. Cheers! Sometimes you've got to show them who's boss. Alpha male? Nah, alpha females are more amazing. Cheers to securing the bag. We make time for ourselves, for work, friends, and we certainly make time for passion. We're simply amazing. Amazing cream liqueur for the amazing woman in you.
Here is a little known fact. There is only one place in Grenada that you can get an MRI scan done. That place is Spicile Imaging Center. Yes, Grenada, that's the truth. Other centers could offer you other scans, but Spicile Imaging provides an authentic MRI scan. Here's another little known fact. Spicile Imaging has 3 centers. We operate at Grenville, the Carnage, and at the Ocean House, Grandlands. We provide the widest range of laboratory tests and services. CT scans, x-rays, mammograms, ultrasounds, and a host of other services. We are fully staffed by a team of family doctors and specialists. Call us today at 444-7679. or 406-1500, or visit any of our 3 locations. Spicile Imaging, from seeing the doctor to getting lab tests, scans, and pharmacy services. We are here to take care of you.
A whole new level of convenience and comfort awaits you when you shop at Rise and Shine Supermarket and Hardware Supplies, Griffin Lane, Grenville. Convenient, Because we are open Sunday to Sunday. We're even at your service on public holidays. Comfort, because we are easily accessible to the physically challenged. Free Wi-Fi is available while you shop, and bags come at no charge. Everyday low prices and excellent customer care. Adequate parking available. We supply everything you can possibly think of. Family and home supplies, fresh meat, vegetables, and personal care products. All brands of cooking gas at affordable prices. You can send in your order, have it pulled, or pick up express.
We're back. The Keith Mitchell Foundation has awarded $100,000 in scholarships to 200 Grenadian youth. Christina John reports.
The Keith Mitchell Foundation is awarding 200 scholarships for 2022, noting this as one of the most successful years of awarding academic scholarships to Grenadian youth. The foundation was established in 2017, and this marks its 5th scholarship award since. Named in honor of former Prime Minister Dr. Keith Mitchell, the foundation has assisted over 450 youth across Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique with more than $200,000 in scholarships awards to date. The Keith Mitchell Foundation's intent is to assist families facing economic hardship with covering the cost of uniforms, textbooks, and other necessities to aid in academic success. In support of all scholarship recipients, Dr. Mitchell shares his message of hope for today's youth in a statement that reads, and I quote, "My life has been about service to the people of Grenada, whether in or out of government. To be impactful during servitude, one's action must address the future. What better way to shape the future of a nation than to provide educational support for its young people? I wish to thank the board and donors for their generous support over the years. As we grow from strength to strength, we must recognize and pay homage to the late Sir Royston Hopkins, who chaired and supported the foundation's work from inception to his passing. May he continue to rest in eternal peace." Unquote. Additionally, in her message of support for the foundation's vision, mission, and impact, KMF board member Dr. Jean Augustine shares this call to action, and I quote, "I am where I am today because of the benefits of donors. Let's commit to our young people so they can go forward and excel." Unquote. The Board of Directors looks forward to the continued growth of the foundation and its positive impact on the families of our beautiful Tri-Island nation. Christina John, GBN News.
Featured this evening in GBN I Saw is the progress of the final cell at the Perseverance landfill in St. George. Here's a look.
A good eye captures all. GBN I Saw is brought to you by Clear Vision.
Life is beautiful if only you can see it. Clear Vision Eye Center helps you do just that. We provide expert service, classy eyewear, and cutting-edge technology, all with a quality customer experience. See better, feel better, and look better. Meet us today at clearvisiongrenada.com or call 444-0055, WhatsApp 409-0055, or follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Clear Vision Eye Center. Let's see life and the world with a clear vision.
Featured in tonight's I Saw is the progress of the final cell at the Perseverance landfill in St. George. A landfill cell is a common unit in a public solid waste landfill, which generally controls the essential stability of landfill slopes. The new model includes a water tank to wash tractors using water from the river behind, ponds to treat wastewater, and plants to assist with filtration. These photos and videos are compliments the Grenada Solid Waste Management Authority. Send us your photo and video submissions via WhatsApp on 405-3052 or our other social media platforms.
We'll be back with the sports news, followed by Around the Globe.
Fuel
Fuel your dreams with a communal vehicle loan. It's a huge deal with super awesome rates and discounts. Get the vehicle that's just for you. Enjoy your journey. Make memories. Explore more. We're fueling dreams to your destination. It's a huge deal and it's just for you. Your destination, and we'll take you there. Call or message us on WhatsApp 405-6670 or 405-2248. Let's get you where you have to be with Communal and Friends. This special promotion is in collaboration with The Beacon Insurance, Netherlands Insurance, Greens Automotive, RF Motors, and Specialized Automotive. We're fueling dreams to your destination. Apply today. Lending terms and conditions apply.
If there was ever a time to keep and stay healthy, it's now! We at Hills and Valley are here to help you take deliberate steps to maintain your health. We stayed true to maintaining the most comprehensive rates while stocking the widest range of medicines and health devices, including personal protective equipment. There are so many benefits shopping with us. You get great savings through discounts for senior citizens and reward cards for loyal customers. Ask about owning yours today. Visit us at Halifax and Grenville Street, St. George, Jubilee Street opposite the Grenville Bus Terminal, and at Hillsborough, Carriacou. Our wholesale distribution on Halifax Street also stocks the widest range of pharmaceuticals. We are with you on the hills and in the valleys. We are Hills and Valley Pharmacy.
High impact doors and windows can be yours. Now available at Caribbean Shutters Windows and Doors. Agents for Domus Windows and Doors. Get custom-made UPVC products with a 20-year warranty on frames and a 5-year warranty on hardware, complete with installation and so much more. Visit our showroom at 11 Frequente Industrial Park, St. George, or call 439-1293, or visit our website at www.domuswindows.com.
Ooh la la! See what's new at Quartz. We've got great deals on living and dining room sets, appliances, electronics, and smart devices, and more. Shop today with no cash using Quartz Ready Finance. 3 to 48-month payment plans available. Shop in store or online at shopquartz.com. Come see what's new and take advantage of these great deals only at Quartz. Bringing value home. Conditions apply.
Hello sporting fans. The final of the Caribbean Premier League CPL 2022 will see Barbados Royals square off against Jamaica Talawas this evening. The Providence Stadium in Guyana will play host to this exciting contest. Barbados Royals qualified for the final of the competition on the back of a win over in Qualifier 1. It was a solid effort from the Royals and they completed a comprehensive win. The Royals will look to repeat their performance for one last time. Jamaica Talawas, on the other hand, have taken the longer route to reach the final. They beat St. Lucia Kings in the eliminator to set up a match against Guyana Amazon Warriors in Qualifier 2. In a high-scoring affair, the Talawas prevailed to seal a berth in the CPL 2022 final. We can tell you the Talawas have looked good in the playoffs so far and will be hoping to carry forward the winning momentum. This story to report 3 matches will be played this weekend in the Blue Stars Super Knockout Tournament. The action starts on Saturday with Cloget playing against Guave from 6 p.m. and Kenroy taking on Power Park from 8 p.m. Shamrock will lock horns with Ballers in the lone fixture on Sunday. Shamrock earned their second-rung spot after getting the better of top strikers 3-1. Well, the countdown to the 12th edition of the Wagiti Super Knockout is on. $200,000 in cash and prizes are up for grabs. 28 teams will participate in the tournament. We can tell you the tournament kicks off on October 15 at Victoria Park with a double-header. Game 1 will see St. David's United play 5 Stars, while Moncton will suit up against Sunsetters. Cariboury has been on board with the tournament from its inception.
It gives me great pleasure here to represent Carib once again to publicly reaffirm our commitment to the Carib Wagiti Super Knockout Tournament, a tournament that perfectly embodies the Carib tagline, "It's the way we play." It is, but what does play or "it's the way we play" truly mean? What does it take to build something that is fun and entertaining, sustainable, 12 years and counting, and rewarding? Not just prize money, although $100,000 is nothing to scoff at.
Guardian General Group is also counting itself as a proud partner.
It is indeed a pleasure and honor for Megaforce to again invite us to be part of this very, what I call, marquee event in the sporting calendar of Grenada. It has gone from strength to strength. We actually came on board the second year of the tournament. We were not on board the first year. But we did observe the potential for growth, and we figured that this is something that we must support because it goes directly to the development of the youth of the nation, and something that we care very deeply about.
Meanwhile, the Grenada Football Association has again thrown its full support behind the 2022 edition of the tournament.
We'd like to congratulate Mr. Redded on 11 years of running a successful tournament. And special thank you for continuing to create an avenue for our players to engage in exciting football and at the same time being rewarded, and I dare say handsomely, in the 12th annual Wagiti football competition. We say thank you, sir.
Stay with us. We'll be back with Around the Globe. The Cannabis Task Force in St. Lucia is to launch a public relations drive as it eyes a December deadline for a regulatory framework. HTS has the details.
Chair of the Cannabis Task Force, Emma Hippolyte, was blunt in outlining the next course of action for the Cannabis Task Force. On Wednesday morning, the group held a working session at the Ministry of Commerce, where high on the agenda is the ramping up public relations and communication efforts to sensitize the population on the new legislative framework for cannabis.
At present, and today we are having a working session on the communication pieces. I think we are late with communication to the public, so this morning we have a working session. But before we start the working session, we are getting an update from the Office of the Attorney General as to exactly where she is, because we have a timeline of this year for the legislation. So she is just reporting to us.
Pro-cannabis advocate and member of the Cannabis Task Force, Andre Pancho de Caries, concedes that the area of communication has been a weak point in the move towards a fully legalized regime and the formation of the ganja industry on St. Lucia.
The Prime Minister of Trinidad and Tobago, Dr. Keith Rowley, believes poor productivity while working from home is one of the reasons such policy can't be widely introduced. However, a recent Joint Select Committee survey laid in Parliament found there was no overall loss in productivity and efficiency from the move during the pandemic, and service delivery was marginally effective. CNC3 has more.
Immediately after proposing yet another increase in the price of fuel, the Prime Minister dismissed the idea of shifting to work from home to save citizens from the pumps.
So we're not ready for a major work from home policy because some people are not even working in the office. So we have to be careful how we talk about that.
But his concern of productivity while at home stands on shaky ground. Earlier this month, the Joint Select Committee on Social Services and Public Administration laid their report in Parliament on work from home and alternative working arrangements during the pandemic. Its survey across 58 public entities had some contrary findings. For one, it found that the majority of respondents said productivity remained the same, and for some, it increased. The committee concluded that overall productivity was not negatively affected by the arrangement. It also found the majority of respondents found employees work just as effectively at home, with some even more effective with the arrangement. While more respondents said service delivery decreased during the arrangement, when those who noted no change or improvements were combined, they are in the majority. Employees reported benefits such as improved work-life balance, improved productivity, and being able to avoid traffic. The survey found that most challenges for managers or organizations revolved around lack of accountability, communication challenges, and difficulty measuring performance. One of the Prime Minister's justifications against widespread work from home was technological challenges. The survey found merit in this concern as the major hindrance to the arrangement was found to be insufficient technical or financial resources.
Further afield, the Ukrainian president says his country is submitting an accelerated application to join the NATO transatlantic military alliance. Kiev's move follows Moscow's formal annexation of 4 partly occupied regions. More in this Al Jazeera report.
We now have reaction coming through from Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky, who's spoken following the ceremony in Moscow, in which Moscow claimed occupied regions of Ukraine into Russia. Let's listen in.
Today we're here. In the community of free nations. We can see who is threatening us, who is prepared to kill us and maim us, who would not stop at any atrocity in order to expand their area of control. On the 24th of February, the first full-scale strike was carried out against Ukraine. That was the first one. Russia was not stopping and would not have stopped on our borders had we not stopped it. Other countries would be jeopardized. The Baltic states, Moldova, Georgia, Kazakhstan. Russia wanted to subordinate various nations of Europe and Asia just 6 months ago. Now, this crime is stopped in Ukraine. It was stopped near Kiev and Chernihiv, in Azovstal, in Sumy region, in Kharkiv region, in Snake Island. It will be stopped in Donbass and in the south of Ukraine when we liberate them.
A reminder of the headlines after this. Reminder of the headlines: a family in mourning this evening following a sudden death at St. George's bus terminus on Friday. Prime Minister Deacon Mitchell points to the larger national issue of a lack of proper infrastructure planning. Explanation given on why pension must be paid before the next budget cycle. In around the globe regionally, St. Lucia's Cannabis Task Force to launch public relations drive. Internationally, Ukraine makes NATO membership bid following Putin's annexation of 4 Ukrainian regions. Plus, in the sports news, CPL final bowls off this evening between Barbados Royals and Jamaica Tallowas. We are looking forward to this contest. All right, if you missed any part of this newscast, a repeat of it will be broadcast following the CPL final. Continue to follow us online at gbn.gd, on GBN Television Facebook page and YouTube channel for these and other top stories. I'm Kenroy, Baptiste. That's all from us in the newsroom. Join us on Sunday for the Weekend Review. Hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.